Greetings, and welcome to my lecture series on hands-on virtual computing. I'm Ted Simpson, Cengage author and adjunct computer science instructor for UW colleges. Over the years, I've written a number of books for Cengage, including books on Novell NetWare back in the 90s, then Windows operating systems, and more recently, virtual computing, including the latest edition of our hands-on virtual computing book. So, why is the material in hands-on virtual computing so important? Well, cloud computing is one of the most rapidly growing trends in today's IT environment. And according to Altimeter's annual State of the Digital Transformation Report, which surveyed 550 some enterprise professionals, cloud computing was ranked first for 2019 priorities, as compared to cybersecurity, even AI and big data. So cloud computing is part of this larger trend which we call digital business transformation, or just digital transformation. And in this course and textbook, you will learn about many of the DBT technologies in use today. So what is digital business transformation? And how does it relate to the cloud? According to Enterprise Project Company, digital transformation is the integration of digital technologies into all areas of the business, fundamentally changing how the business operates and delivers value to its customers. And cloud computing is a major component of implementing digital transformation. Well, in general, digital business transformation is not new, is it? I mean, over many generations, we go back to the 1950s, we find punch cards. Going into mainframe terminals in the 60s and 70s and mini computers, and then in the 90s, the desktop microcomputer era with file and print servers, and, if you will, the Novell server era in the 90s. Well, digital business transformation today includes technologies like virtualization, hyperconvergence, which leads to a software-defined data center, cloud computing, which allows us to extend this data center into the cloud, virtual desktop infrastructure, which provides device mobility, and new applications like AI, artificial intelligence that is, and big data. And then all of this doesn't really give us anything we can use without security. So security and cybersecurity becomes a very important part of our digital transformation process. And these technologies then lead us into a software-defined data center with the ability to expand into the cloud and therefore provide additional services and save costs. I'll start this lecture series with an introduction to virtual computing technologies and concepts, as well as products and features that are covered in Chapter 1. In Chapters 2 and 3, you'll learn about workstation virtualization products, including the popular Oracle VirtualBox in Chapter 2 and the powerful VMware Workstation in Chapter 3. While virtual computing got its start with workstation virtualization, today data center virtualization is critical to most data centers, and it's the foundation of the software-defined data center, or SDDC, as well as many cloud environments. Chapter 4 is an overview of data center virtualization products and concepts, along with introduction to hyperconvergence and the software-defined data center. In Chapters 5 and 6, you'll have a chance to work with Microsoft Hyper-V. And then in Chapters 7 and 8, you'll be learning how you can use VMware's popular vSphere and vCenter products to build a simple software-defined data center. Virtual desktop infrastructure is another rapidly growing application of virtualization. Centralizing desktop environments in the data center as virtual machines leads to more security, mobility, and simpler management. So in Chapter 9, you'll have a chance to see how you can use VMware's Horizon product along with Microsoft Hyper-V to set up a simple virtual desktop infrastructure. In Chapter 10, I'll introduce you to the public cloud services that are available and how they can interface with VMware and Microsoft Hyper-V using Microsoft's Azure and Amazon Web Services. We'll also discuss how these public clouds can be used to extend the software-defined data center and provide additional services, such as disaster recovery and advanced applications, including things like artificial intelligence and big data analytics. Hands-on virtual computing materials contain many activities that allow students to apply concepts by working with actual products. Our material contains two types of activities. First, textbook activities that were written as part of the printed chapters and designed to work on your local or lab computer. These activities may require your computer to meet certain minimum requirements, as described in a textbook, as well as require you to download some trial software and then install and configure that software according to the activity steps. The second type of activities are MindTap online activities. These activities utilize the cloud-based live virtual machine lab provided through Cengage MindTap by the Practice Labs company. To access these activities, you only need an up-to-date browser. On Windows systems, I recommend using Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox to access the live virtual machine lab environment and perform the activities. Each MindTap activity contains questions at the end of the activity, as well as requiring you to take a screenshot that provides verification for your instructor. And because you're working from a cloud-based image running in the Practice Labs environment, the MindTap activities are slightly different than the printed textbook activities, which are intended to be performed on a local computer. In this lecture series, I'll be identifying some of the differences between textbook activities and MindTap activities, depending on the environment you're working with. So, let me help you get prepared for your leap to job opportunities available through hyperconvergence.